Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times Crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Monday, December 9th, 2024. So, on what is undoubtedly a Monday in December, and possibly the 9th, did you do the crossword?
I did do the crossword on December 9th.
And do you feel more certain about the crossword than I just did about the date?
Well, I don't know. It was a Monday, but it was a bit of a challenge for me. Usually Mondays I kind of breeze through, but this one took me a little bit.
This took me about twice as much time as usual.
Oh, really?
I was sort of nodding off, I confess, a little bit.
Oh.
I'm not sure if that was a significant amount of time or what was happening here, but when I finally got it solved, I'm like, that took a while.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know what to say. There weren't too many difficult clues in the crossword, I guess.
Well, the theme clues didn't come right to me. I had to get quite a few of the crosses before I could answer them. So so those were a little bit of a challenge.
Well, let's see. There were really four themed answers,
right,
or four themed clues with answers,
but they almost all ran the length of the puzzle. They were very long, and the cluing just didn't give me like, oh yeah, sure, like it usually does on a Monday. It's like, what could that be? So,
well, for me, one of them involved alcohol, which means I have no idea. One of them involved a writer, director, and co-star of. I didn't even need to read the rest of it. As soon as I saw that, I thought, I'm not going to know that one. And the last one was a 1986 hit song for Paul Simon.
Well, no, there was 34 across first. Crinkly Kitchen Rat.
Yes, I skipped right over that one because that was probably the only one I had a fighting chance at. Turns out it was aluminum foil.
That's right.
But the 55 across, the 1986 hit song for Paul Simon, all I could think of was Sounds of Silence, which did not fit.
No.
At least I don't think it did. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't fit.
I thought of The Boxer, but it was an 86 hit. That was kind of later in his career. So,
well, his career's gone on.
I know.
And on and on and on.
But, like Sound of Silence and The Boxer, those were Simon and Garfunkel hits. That was back in the 70s.
But he wrote them, right? Didn't he write?
I believe he wrote them.
Yes.
With, no, I guess he didn't have a collaborator. I don't know. Anyway, the theme clues, there were 3 theme clues, and then the sort of the culminating theme clue, which was the Paul Simon song. 20 across was cocktail made with Southern Comfort, sloe gin, amaretto, and orange juice. And like you, I didn't have any idea what that was. Turned out to be an Alabama Slammer.
Yes.
Then we had the Crinkly Kitchen Wrap, 34 across, and that turned out to be aluminum foil. But my immediate thought was wax paper, because it's crinkly.
I went for saran wrap.
Well, that's crinkly too, yeah. So
it didn't fit, but still.
And then finally, your writer, director, what was it? Writer, director, and co-star of Defending Your Life, 1991, Albert Brooks. And so then the one clue that sort of tied them all together was the 1986 hit song for Paul Simon, or an instruction from the starts of the themed clues aforementioned: Alabama Slammer, aluminum foil, and Albert Brooks. And of course, that was Paul Simon's hit, You Can Call Me Al.
Right.
So it's a great song.
I vaguely recollect the lyrics, but just vaguely.
So anyway, that was the theme. And it was a good theme for a Monday. It wasn't too hard, and yet provided a nice little challenge.
One of my mistakes was I somehow swapped the clues and answers. So I was for 41 across trying to come up with a Paul Simon song.
Oh.
And it was like, I don't remember ever writing anything called Albert Brooks. and eventually I realized, oh wait, that was because when you highlight 55 across, it highlights, with 55 across being the revealer, as it were, it highlights all the other clues, too.
Yes.
So 41 was lit up, as was 55. And for some reason, I was looking at, Paul Simon, and then I was looking at Albert Brooks and put them together.
Oh, okay.
Don't know if you've ever heard the Paul Simon opus Albert Brooks.
I don't think so.
That's because he didn't write it.
But let's see, 48 across was passé, and I had no idea what that was. And so I had like all the letters underneath filled in, but I didn't have that. And you would think I would know from what I did have what that was, but I looked at it and I'm like, I don't really know. It turned out it was old. And the O was part of 48 down eventually, which was one day. 49 down was the L, work together with, and that was liaise. And 50 down was the upper and lowercase Greek letter, and they showed it. I did not recognize it, but it is a delta.
Yeah, I had problems with that delta. So capital delta is just a triangle.
Right.
And lowercase delta sort of looks vaguely like what they've got in 50 cross, but I don't remember it having a flat top. I think it is sort of being curved.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, is that really a delta, or is that just the closest symbol they could find that was actually a note that they had flipped?
I have no idea.
It's a small mystery to me too, but no, for 48 across, for passé, at first I had fad because it was ending. I knew it was ending in D.
Well, I put fad in there, but then I thought, no, it's not. I don't think that's right. So, but
passé, of course. I mean, really, a fad is something that's popular at the moment. Passé is old.
Yes.
So it certainly makes sense.
But many things that are passé are fads. They were fads.
They were fads, right? Of course, they don't really give. They don't say passé. So
that's true.
54 cross, I thought, in that general area. Change as a bill or a will was amend.
54 down, yeah.
54 down.
Yep.
And I always get amend and emend confused, but...
And, 58 down. Pivotal point. Crux.
Yes.
You don't see that word too often.
No. That was a surprise to me.
Oh, and that cross, that X cross with 67 across, sign in a parking garage, exit, which, yeah, okay. But I was just like, sign in a parking garage. I thought, well, they have handicap signs, or they have, it just didn't come to me. And then finally it was like, oh, exit, yeah. I don't know. I was just sort of flummoxed by a lot of this puzzle for some reason. So...
Yeah, I don't know either. It just took me a little while to get going. Maybe we just weren't on the crossword creator's wavelength. This was Elliot Carroll's first crossword.
Oh, wow. Well,
her debut in the New York Times.
Well, congratulations,
yes,
Elliot.
Well done, Elliot. We had 19 across. Accept eagerly was lap up, or if you misparse that, lap up. And then 16 across, break the ice or break a leg. At first, I don't know why. I might have been a little bit fatigued. I wrote down axiom, but it was idiom. At first, I wrote down axiom. Then I wrote down adage. Then I came around to idiom and decided that would be a good place to stop because it ran into 9 down successfully. The music industry. I had film. There were 3 letters left, and I was sure it was going to be film biz.
It was the movie industry.
I'm sorry, the movie industry, and it was filmdom, not as I was conjecturing, film biz.
Oh. Film biz.
Yes,
Showbiz.
There is showbiz, but I thought maybe there's film biz.
The one right next to that, at the end of filmdom, 30 down, sci-fi vehicles. Wait, all I could think of was like those pod racers.
Oh, okay.
Things that were traveling on foreign, planets, and it turned out to be UFOs.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's really a sci-fi vehicle. I think that's more of a well, I don't know, thriller vehicle.
Oh.
You know, so who knows?
I certainly don't. 7 down. Collectible cardboard caps of the 1990s were Pogs.
Pogs, yes.
At first I had Pops.
Oh,
but had to revise that because 18 across, upper hand was edge,
right?
not edp.
No, no, that didn't work.
Let's see, what else did we have here? Shania Twain's "That Don't Impress Me Much."
Right, much. I didn't know how that ended, but it was much.
I guess I don't know Shania Twain too well, but I'm betting country star.
Yeah, she is.
And we had 2 down, like many comfy pants, pull on.
Right.
Isn't that how all pants work? You pull them on?
Well,
I didn't quite follow that bit.
Well, no. I mean, pull-ons, they don't have any fasteners. You can just stretch them out and pull them on.
What's the difference between a pull-on and sweats?
Well, that's a pull-on.
Oh, okay.
Those are comfy, right?
I guess. I always wear suits, as you know.
Oh, yes.
On all occasions. 44 down, subjected to public condemnation in modern slang was on blast.
Oh, yes. I've never heard that.
Well, it's modern slang. My slang ends in about 1850. Anything newer than that, and I am unaware.
Yes, subjected to public condemnation.
On blast.
On blast. I just have never heard that.
Yeah, I think this is another example of an idiolect. People are just inventing their own language.
I'm going to ask our children who are millennials. Maybe they have heard of on blast, but I certainly haven't. Oh. It is an
interesting phrase.
On blast. How would you use that in a sentence, I wonder?
Well, let's see. Subjected, so it's past tense, subjected to public condemnation. Actually, it doesn't even sound like it should be present tense, on blast. Actually, I want to say on guard, but that's not how you're...
Blasted would be the past.
Right.
But,
I mean, if you're going
to say the politician was on blast...
I'm not sure if we can be applying the rules of grammar to a word that sort of just grabbed a couple of other words and put them together.
I don't know, but public condemnation.
I do like how English is such an adaptable language. It just evolves. It's sort of like looking out at the sea. It's not really ever tranquil. It's always changing.
Well, it does seem like that.
All right. Well, I think that's probably it for today.
Okay.
So thanks everyone for listening.
Yep.
A reminder, tomorrow is Triplet Tuesday. So you'll want to tune in for that. And if you don't know what Triplet Tuesday is, tune in tomorrow and we'll let you know.
That's right.
That's it for today. Thanks everyone for listening. See all of you again tomorrow.
Bye-bye.